Nobody becomes rich overnight, but everyone remembers the night it happened. The headline arrives first. The screenshot spreads faster than the truth. A brokerage account, a crypto wallet, a startup acquisition, a lottery ticket, one number, one moment, one life divided into before and after. You wake up in a room that costs $1,200 a month. You go to sleep worth 8 figures. The distance between those realities is less than 12 hours. People call it luck. People always call it luck. They never see the years before the screenshot, the years before anyone cared, the years when nobody answered your calls, the years when your bank account looked like a hostage situation. You remember every one of them, the overdue notices, the rejected applications, the feeling of checking your balance before buying groceries, the strange mathematics of poverty. How many meals can $63 buy? How many days until rent? How many excuses can you invent for another missed payment? You become an expert in survival, not success. Survival. Then something changes, not gradually, violently. The number appears. Maybe it's $12 million. Maybe it's $47 million. Maybe it's $300 million. The amount barely matters. The effect is always the same. For the first time in your life, money stops being a problem. For exactly 3 days. Day 1, pure disbelief. You refresh the account. Again, again, again. You expect the number to disappear. A software error, a dream, a cosmic accounting mistake. But it remains the same impossible number, waiting for you. Day 2. You tell people, huge mistake. The first messages arrive before breakfast. Friends, former friends, people you haven't spoken to since middle school. Everyone remembers you now. Everyone always liked you. Everyone always believed in you. At least that's what they claim. Day 3. The professionals arrive. Lawyers, accountants, wealth managers, private bankers. Men in navy suits carrying leather folders worth more than your first car. They congratulate you. Then they begin explaining all the ways you can lose everything. Taxes, lawsuits, bad investments, bad marriages, bad friends, bad habits. The list never ends. Nobody warns poor people about wealth. They assume wealth is the warning. It isn't. It's a new game, with bigger consequences. The first purchase feels incredible. Maybe a watch, maybe a car, maybe a penthouse overlooking a skyline you once admired through bus windows. The transaction takes seconds. You spend more money in one afternoon than your parents earned in 5 years. The rush is intoxicating for a while. Then something strange happens. The second purchase feels smaller. The third feels ordinary. The 10th feels invisible. Your brain adapts with terrifying speed. Luxury becomes normal. Normal becomes boring. Boring becomes unbearable. This is where the real story begins. Not when you become rich. When rich becomes familiar. The apartment becomes a mansion. The mansion becomes an estate. The estate becomes multiple properties across multiple countries. You acquire things faster than you can enjoy them. Cars, art, watches, wine collections, private memberships, vacation homes, entire experiences purchased like groceries. The accumulation never stops. Neither does the hunger. People assume wealth creates freedom. It creates options. Those are not the same thing. Now every decision has consequences measured in millions. Every investment becomes a potential headline. Every mistake becomes expensive enough to make national news. You discover a hidden law of wealth. The more money you have, the more people want access to it. Everyone has a proposal. Everyone has an opportunity. Everyone has a guaranteed return. You become less trusting, then less social, then less accessible. The gates get taller, the security gets tighter, the guest list gets shorter. Eventually, you realize something. You haven't made a new, genuine friend in years. You don't know who likes you. You only know who likes your position. Your wealth creates gravity. People orbit you. Very few actually know you. The numbers continue climbing. 8 figures, 9 figures, maybe more. The media starts noticing. The interviews begin, then the podcasts, then the conferences, then the endless requests for your opinion. You become an authority on everything. Not because you're right, because you're rich. The distinction disappears. Success rewrites history. People start describing your victories as inevitable. They edit out the uncertainty, the fear, the luck, the near disasters, the nights when failure was one decision away. Your life becomes a story other people tell. Eventually, even you begin believing it. That's dangerous. Money amplifies everything, your strengths, your weaknesses, your discipline, your arrogance. The traits that made you successful become the traits most capable of destroying you. Confidence becomes overconfidence. Risk becomes recklessness. Vision becomes ego. History is full of overnight millionaires who became overnight cautionary tales. Most fortunes disappear quietly, not in explosions, in drips, bad deals, lifestyle inflation, overconfidence. One expensive decision repeated 1,000 times. Money leaves slower than it arrives, which makes it harder to notice. But suppose you survive. Suppose you keep growing. Suppose the wealth continues multiplying. Now a different problem emerges: time. You can buy almost anything except more of that. The houses become larger, the calendars become smaller, the years accelerate. Meetings replace mornings. Flights replace weekends. Responsibility replaces spontaneity. Your life becomes optimized, then scheduled, then managed, then automated. You own more than ever. You experience less than you expected. Nobody tells you that either. At the highest levels of wealth, scarcity returns. Not financial scarcity, meaning scarcity, challenge scarcity, purpose scarcity. The game that consumed your life eventually gets beaten. Then what? Another acquisition? Another 100 million? Another trophy? Another headline? You keep climbing because climbing is all you've ever known, not because you still need the view. The world sees abundance. You feel momentum. They're not the same thing. Years pass. The net worth grows. The circle shrinks. The houses multiply. The conversations repeat. The novelty disappears. You become exactly what you once envied. Then you discover something unsettling. The person you envied never existed. Only the image did. The photograph. The headline. The fantasy. The world worships outcomes. It rarely studies consequences. And that's the final level. Not becoming rich, not staying rich. Understanding what wealth can and cannot do. Money can remove stress. It cannot create meaning. Money can buy comfort. It cannot buy certainty. Money can purchase attention. It cannot purchase loyalty. Money can extend possibilities. It cannot extend time. Eventually, the account balance becomes background noise, just another number, larger than anything your younger self could imagine, yet strangely incapable of answering the questions that matter most. One day you look around, the cars, the properties, the investments, the trophies, the empire, everything the world said would complete you, and you realize something. The overnight millionaire story was never about the money. It was about what happened after. The night you became rich changed your life. The years that followed revealed its price, and that price was never listed on the transaction.